like paint the rest of everything in a really bad light too. Could be a lot of things going on, but
their way. Okay, so let me get this straight. You wake up in the morning, and Adriana is coming out, or wants to come out about Crazy Slick. So your instant reaction, as innocent good guy Mizkif is, let me send Maya, a trusted and liked girl that can be trusted and related to, over to the house of Adriana. But wait, how do we get there? Mitch, can you find a way to get to Adriana's house? He goes, yeah, let me call Barry. So then they get connected. They go over there, and you want to claim to me the day that she wants to come out, you send 2 people to her house to quote unquote get more information. And then out of your hands, they acted on free will to go and threaten on your behalf Adriana to write a lesser version of the twit longer for no reason at all because you believe Slick did do it, but he was your best friend and you wanted to play it right. I'm asking you.
Yes, I was ready to lose Slick that day, and yes, that is all true. He's doing the same line again. I would never have a rape victim undermine what she did or said.
But you don't think playing it right is just like you
no, Train, you are smart, dude. You know that if I had a girl do that and undermine her sexually, I would never do that. I wanted her to fully express what happened and exactly what happened.
Then why? Then wait for the tweet if you want information. Why are you going? No. Why are you going before the tweet comes out?
Because we didn't know anything. We barely even knew that there was a tweet.
That's not your business to know. That's not your business to know.
When your best friend is getting canceled, man, I'm sorry you want to act. I'm sorry you just want to act.
That act is inappropriate. The act is inappropriate. And what do you mean, best friend? You care, Ms.
I do care.
You were in a situation.
You know how hard it is to be with your best friend getting absolutely fucking canceled, and you want to try to make sure he's okay.
Ms.
I care about Slick. I do.
Ms. I don't trust words without action.
Then if you can't trust words, then I don't
let me
tell
finish.
You, man.
Let me
I'm
finish.
telling you what happened, and you're claiming things that are ridiculous. That I sent people. You think I played?
You just said it's all true. You just told me you did it.
You're claiming that I sent Maya to try to tell Maya, go do this, go do that. Mitch, go do this. Talk to this person. You're thinking I'm like micromanaging the situation. I went to that when that happened. Slick's my best fucking friend.
I think that you can assume.
God.
You could. I do think that it is not unreasonable to assume that Maya acted on her own, considering her relationship with Slick.
Now, is it something that you can guarantee? My best friend too, and
I can't say whether it happened for sure or not, but I can say that there is a chance that Maya did act on her own without any sort of direction from Ms. I mean, do you agree with that, Train? I mean,
I don't, because it was Miz's idea. Miz
How do you know that, Train? How do you know that?
He told me. Miz brought us together, sat us down, and had a plan.
Okay, so I hate it when this is happening. Asmongold needs to speak up. Okay, so Train just gave a huge claim that he heard from Mitch. That's a game ender claim. Now, Train just said that Mitch told him that Mizkif sat them down with a fucking game plan. I don't know why Mizkif is talking to Train. They both need to talk to Mitch and figure out what the fuck happened. Mitch or Barry? Wait, what?
Obviously, Mizkif does not want it going to Mitch, now that we've heard what Mitch has to say. Yeah. It makes sense why he's angling like this now. Definitely makes a lot of sense. But yeah, Asmon. Ooh, excuse me, guys. But Asmon definitely needs to focus in, and I think he sees it.
Wait, was that Mitch or Barry speaking? I thought that was Mitch speaking. Or no, I thought he said Mitch. Train said Mitch. Don't confuse me in chat. Fuck you. They need to just ask Mitch what happened, and he needs to take a side. Mitch needs to stand tall to something. He needs to stand to one story.
I don't want to cancel you. I told xQc I don't want to cancel you. I don't give a fuck. I stand my own lane.
Things back. Let's dial things back.
Okay, so Train, then if you're going off of Mitch's idea, Mitch is claiming that's not exactly what happened.
Mitch told me, and I asked him many times.
This is just pure slander. It's just
pure
slander.
It's my slander.
How is it not slander? You have no factual data to what you're talking about.
Let's try to
so Mitch denied everything that he told me. That's what you're telling me. Is that you're telling me?
Let's dial things back.
Bro, how am I denying anything?
No,
Everything is
Miz is telling me you're denying everything.
I will tell you exactly what happened. My best friend was getting fucking canceled. Emotions were in the
air.
It doesn't matter.
He committed a crime. I don't care if your best friend's getting canceled. Why do you keep bringing that up and feel pity?
Man, you have a best friend. You want to know what happened. You want to know the answers.
What?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Please remove your bias and tell me hearing this isn't crazy to you. He's justifying by saying it's his best friend. What the fuck are you saying right now? It's your excuse is it's your best friend. That is what I'm saying is wrong about it. You should not be involved. If it's your best friend, you remove yourself. You don't.
I think that
I don't know how, but I really don't know how. But Train is 1,000,000% right on every single thing he's saying. And Mizkif is just giving the worst answers because it sounds like he's incriminating himself. Like, well, yeah, of course I acted improperly. It was my best friend. Of course I was trying to cover up from it. It was my best friend. Mizkif is giving like the worst possible answers to this line of questioning that you could ever possibly give. This is the last thing you want to say, is to give this idea that you're being biased because it's your friend.
So to me, like what I'm saying is that I do think that it was a mistake to try to it's unfortunate because I think a lot of people would have done what Miz did. Maybe some people wouldn't have, but I do think that it was.
That's a problem. It's not a mistake. It's a crime.
It's a crime.
Oh shit! Here's xQc. Forgot he was even in here. But yeah, Asmon's right, and so is Destiny. He is handling this the worst way possible.
Crime. What do you mean a lot of people would have done that, Asmon? It's a crime. Not a lot of people would have done that. A few people would have done that.
If your best friend's getting canceled, man, and you want to make sure that he's okay,
I'm not saying it's okay.
I care about Slick, and I want to make sure he's okay. If you want to say that I don't think what Miz did was right, I get it. Okay. If you want to say that what you think that we did was wrong, I get it. I get it.
I think that it was a mistake.
I really care about Slick, and I really can't. Emotions were flying in the air that day. I was crying like crazy. I thought I was going to lose my best friend. It sucked. It was one of the worst days of my life.
I get that. I'm just like, yes, sure. I do think that it was a mistake to go over there and try to talk her off the cliff, and especially like right now because we don't really know.
Okay, fuck. So I'll probably in like 30 minutes I'll take it on a break at 1 hour and I'll have like I think Maya wants to come in and talk a little bit because I feel bad that her side is being represented at all here. But Asmon just casually mentioned that you sent somebody over to talk them off the cliff, and Mizkif didn't even deny that that characterization of what happened. He didn't even say that was wrong. He just like let it go. So that kind of makes it seem like that's what happened. Now maybe that's not the part of the argument that he's focused on. Maybe. Possibly not, but I would scream pushing back against that. I didn't do that. That's not what happened. If I didn't do that, but
and it's hard to be certain whether Maya said that or and I'm assuming they did. Barry's not. I don't think Barry's lying, and I don't know whether Maya is doing this for her own gain, for helping Slick. If she's doing it because she doesn't believe the story, if she's doing it as a proxy to Mizkif.
I really don't like that in this call, Maya is not present. That makes me really uncomfortable. Like, she's got connections to all of these people, and her testimony is arguably the most important here. I have no idea why she's not present in this call. That seems really fucking stupid. She might be the most important figure in this call, and all we're getting is secondary testimony from fucking Barry and kind of Mitch and kind of sort of Mizkif about it. And she might be the one whose reputation is most at stake here. But yeah, okay, we'll carry on. We're at 25 and a half minutes right now.
There are a number of things that there's no way for me to obtain that information.
The problem with a lot of this is exactly what Asmon just said.
Wasn't Barry literally there with Maya? Yeah, he was. But is it fair? I don't know why I'm answering a question from chat. Is it fair that we only have Barry's take on what Maya said and not Maya's take on what Maya said? Has Adriana given a specific characterization of what Maya said? I don't know if that was stated publicly or not either. I feel like Maya should have the ability to, even if you think she's going to lie, I mean, Barry could lie, Adriana could lie, anybody could lie. I think you have a right to like at least represent your position or explain like what you think happened. But I'm going to keep going.
a lot of holes that we don't have definitive thing besides he said, she said a year and a half ago.
Well, it's also like I don't know what the intentions are.
So you're willing?
I think some things don't need context for them to be wrong. I think some of the moves initially are just always wrong regardless. I think us saying that it's a mistake or it's because it's a friend or getting excuses or cop outs is the fucking problem. I think that's the main, if not the only problem. But
it's a big problem.
So we can go with I am totally glad down to say that I will tell you why I did it. I'll tell you why we wanted answers. We were freaking out. We were scared. We wanted to know what was happening with my best friend. Me and Maya and Mitch were. And I don't.
I will. Can I please interject here?
Yeah.
Using that line of argument.
Asmon is trying to save this man so bad. He is throwing lifeline after lifeline to get Mizkif to shut the fuck up about this line of talking. And he just can't do it. He just can't do it. And eventually I think Asmon's just going to be like, did you do this or not, more or less? But in, a little bit of a nicer way.
Presentation is very bad.
Fucking my ninja Asmongold. Is he about to say exactly what I've been saying? That Mizkif needs to stop saying I'm worried about my friend when the question matters if your friend fucking assaulted somebody? Like...
Sure.
You have to, if you use him as your best friend, people are easily going to say that you're helping some person and it's like effectively a
cover up.
I'll be very blunt.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
With you, I wasn't there to help him. I wasn't there to.
You were there to remove.
Let me ask Asmon.
I was there to.
Asmon, let me ask you this. Asmon, I'm going to ask you this. Asmon,
What's up?
Do you agree that inquiring about something is different than sending someone over and manipulating?
So that's what
how are you saying that I sent someone over?
No. Wait, can I please?
Sure.
So that's what I was saying, Train, with like the forks in the road. Like I don't know where those forks are going, because like I don't know where Miz's intent ends and Maya's agency begins.
True.
Do you see kind of where I'm saying?
Yep.
And so like if Maya said something without Miz telling her to say that, is that by an extension Miz's fault? I don't really think so. I do think that I don't think so. I don't know either, because like I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what the private conversation that Miz had with her was. So it's impossible for me to have any sort of like real grasp on this.
Listen,
you see kind of what I'm saying, Train?
Let me ask Mitch a direct question.
I don't know where I don't know where the intent is.
I'm going to ask Mitch a direct question that should give you that answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Mitch, when I asked you this 16 different times, okay, and I have the texts that I asked you there too.
Ask me what.
I'll tell you right now. Okay. I have the texts. I texted you this and I talked to you in call. Okay. I know it's going to be tough because you're there with him now. But when
I'm in my room, and it's not tough. I'm literally just saying the truth of the whole situation.
Yes.
I've never like.
Oh my god, dude.
So let me ask you this: everything you told me was the truth, correct? The 6 times I asked you to tell me correctly because it's important. Those are the truth, correct?
What is the truth? Just say it.
I'm asking you. The times you told me were those the truth, and I'll get on to the question.
Wait, the times
he's saying words.
Did you?
God, he's so non-committal. Somebody needs to he needs to be cross-examined. Somebody needs to just drill down hardcore on Mitch and figure out what's going on. He always, when I listen to him speak, this might be biased that I have personally, whatever, but Mitch always sounds like the kind of guy who's just trying to say the thing to stay out of trouble with the most amount of people. Like, he feels like he'll always pick the answer that pisses the least amount of people off and then kind of like try to glide through the conversation that way. Somebody needs to like actually like, hey, answer this fucking question. Like, what the fuck happened? Figure this out. Like, that's what it feels like needs to happen. But nobody's actually like super cross, like figuring out what the fuck he's actually.
Lie to me in the 6. Did you lie to me?
No.
Okay.
No.
So let me ask you this: when you told me, when Miz found out that Slick's getting canceled or going to get canceled.
Wait, hold on. I will pause and I'll stay on the other side because I am being a little biased against Mitch there. It could also be too that Mitch is just really fucking nervous because he knows that like maybe he said one time wrong or maybe he gave a bad characterization and he doesn't want somebody to lean into that really hard and then like destroy fucking Mizkif's life over too. So I am being kind of harsh on Mitch there. It could just be that Mitch wants to be really, really, really careful about what he says because he knows that like people's asses are on the line based on like his particular testimony. So that could be the case as well.
Okay, when you told me that Mizkif got up and he instantly went into the brainstorming mentality, what can we do to fix this? He sat you and Maya down and he gave you a plan of what to do.
This is important
to me is intent, Asmon. Do you understand? To sit someone down in the height of those emotions and create a plan and execute, that is not somebody that is innocent intention. That is not somebody that is broken by emotions.
Nah, you're making it sound so much worse than it is.
You're
making it sound so much worse than it is, man.
You sat two people down and gave them a plan to go there.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
oh my, Miz.
Okay,
oh my.
okay.
No, I didn't, dude. I just didn't do that.
Gonna say her story,
so are you calling Mitch a liar then?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that sounds so ridiculous. Basically, me, Maya, and Slick were in a room, and Mitch, and we were trying to figure out what to do and how to make sure that we can like talk.
Did he say earlier that Slick wasn't in the room? I don't remember if he said that, but I'm pretty sure he said earlier that Slick was not in the room. I don't know. I'll look back on it after.
To Adriana Lee and figure what the fuck is going on, because all we knew is
you
that
keep saying figure out what's going on.
Cancel Slick, and no one knew anything. Barry called us, and all Barry said is Slick is done. We didn't even know anything that was happening.
Okay.
So tell me,
isn't the victims?
I am so triggered right now. This is fuck. I could never do these calls with fucking streamers. They just need to. Everybody needs to shut the fuck up, and they just need to ask Mitch what the fuck happened. Tell us what the conversation was. That's the only thing that needs to be talked about right now. I don't know why xQc is about to talk. I don't know what Train or Mizkif. They need to say, Mitch, tell what the conversation was. Like, that's the only part of this conversation that matters right now. I don't know why anybody else is talking. We'll see if hopefully somebody centers back here and asks that question again, because it's like the most important part of the conversation right now.
Story, like the thing that matters the most. I think
inquiring
about it is good. I agree. You can inquire. But if you're going to the point where you would try to attempt to,
and that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, because that's what I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, we would not do that, and I would not do that. I don't want to manipulate.
If you would send someone to the house, why would you Miz?
Because we wanted to know the story. Train.
You could DM her. You could have Maya DM her.
No, we did. Train. We called her 12 times.
She didn't respond. That's what she said.
Then you leave her alone.
Oh,
she wants her
God.
space. You don't send someone over.
She was answering Barry.
Oh, that sounds even worse. Fuck. You should. No, tips on how to lie. He should have just said we couldn't get a hold of her. But to say that like she wasn't answering her phone and they were calling over and over again makes it sound 20 times worse on their end. That could have been very conveniently omitted on Mizkif's part.
But we were freaking out, man.
She's answering Barry because she's friends with Barry. And Maya is involved with Slick and you. What?
And she answered Mitch, and she said that Mitch can come over with Maya.
Oh
yeah, I was like,
This seems weird. This seems very weird.
Very weird. It feels like I'm like getting portrayed as this cadet that was in Slick's room, like let's figure this out. It's not what happened, man.
Well, the thing is,
I mean, did I sit there with Mitch and Maya?
Well, here's a very easy question for us to understand. So like Mitch, like based off of like what you remember, what was that conversation?
Asmon coming back in to recenter the focus. Perfect. Good job, brother. Great job.
Thank you. Asmongold is the fucking... He's the... Thank you. Thank you for being in this fucking call. I was going to lose my mind. Okay, so we're refocused now on what the fuck was the conversation.
Well, the one where we were all talking about what to do?
Yeah, what to do before you guys went over.
And be honest, Mitch, regardless of repercussion.
Dude, I have no reason to lie about any of this shit. What I don't like is how I'm just like in the middle and being scapegoated.
I don't want to put you in. It's like it's just that you were there, right? I mean, like I don't know who else.
Maya, man.
This is.
Why would you not? You're literally have the most important. You're like the linchpin. You're like the most important, or like the second to most important factor here.
It's weird.
No, it's just like there's a lot of things that are just like
between me and Train. It's all it is.
But I understand.
When Mizkif says that also sounds bad. It's between me and Train. It sounds like he doesn't trust Mitch to talk. Oof.
But the thing is, look, okay, what happened that I told you exactly what happened that day. We all were fucking brainstorming on what the fuck, like, you know, what like to do. And yes, Miz definitely had. I mean, Miz, you have the authority figure in all of those house rooms. You know that. Like, it's like that's just your role in that house. You're the fucking boss, right? So it's like, yeah, exactly, right? So it's like, yeah. So it's
let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Stop putting words in. Now let him finish. Go ahead, Mitch.
Okay.
So yeah, and it was like we were all speaking, and then Matt was just like thinking of like what to do, and obviously the way that Matt thinks is like, you know, like with Maya is a better person to send than Mitch because Mitch is a fucking idiot, right? So it's like, yeah.
Let him finish.
I'm really wondering. I just want to direct.
You guys won't let him finish the punch.
Mitch, is that all you were gonna say?
Oh yeah, no, Mitch, I'll let you finish. Like, I'm not trying to interrupt you.
I feel like I'm literally like.
I'm so sorry.
No, because all he has to do is tell the truth.
That's it. To get things out of
I've told the truth the whole fucking time.
I know, and they keep.
And then you fucking dude, and Train, you're fucking sitting there calling me a spineless pussy. You won't even answer my phone calls. Like, what the fuck is that?
That's irrelevant. Why are you taking personal shit into this? Who was there for you in the?
You know I have your back, and you're gonna like call me a fucking spineless pussy.
Yeah, because Mizkif is telling me that you're denying everything you told me. That's why.
We all know. Like, all right, just real quick. What I'm saying is like, it's like the difference between like having a conversation on like how to address it versus having a conversation on how to divert it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, was there any?
Okay, so what do I need to say? I've said the truth 1,000 times. Like, I've said exactly what happened.
Yeah, you just need to finish the sentence before Asmongold and Mizkif say, "Oh yeah, see, I just told." Let him finish.
Finish the sentence.
Mizkif's plan, like he was.
Mizkif Train. See, this is the problem. You just put on me. Asmon stopped him. Say Asmon, not me.
I didn't. I'm not trying.
Did this. I didn't do shit. Mitch, go ahead and say the whole story for the 12th time.
So where you were, Mitch, you were saying he has the authority, and then you were about to say, Matt, you know, and then
no, stop putting words in his mouth. How can you say I'm putting words in his mouth when you were literally saying things about the same?
I was just trying to clarify one.
Man, oh, I feel for Mitch, bro. Someone extract this man. He needs an emergency extraction. Oh, man.
He was just saying that.
That's all.
I'm not putting words in his. Why are you so scared?
He put words in his mouth.
I don't need to put words in. I don't give a fuck. I know what he told me in private 6 times. I know what Barry told me. What Barry told me, what Mitch told me, aligned perfectly until we got into this fucking call, and they still did until Mitch talks, and then you cut him off with "See, I told you" before he finishes.
Right now, I'm waiting for you to stop so Mitch can talk.
Go ahead.
Mitch, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. And then we were all trying to think of what to do, whatever. And then Matt is. Obviously, like, you're smart, you're smart, right? So it's like, yeah, like, Maya is definitely someone that's better to speak to her than fucking I would be, right? And it was like, yeah, like, that was it. And you were, like, saying, I mean, yeah, you did say the things about, like, how Maya's reputation is good, and, like, it's a woman-to-woman thing, so it'll be easier, like, shit like that. Like, yeah, that's what happened, yeah.
I don't think fuck, I sound so biased right now. There's a side that I favor right now, hardcore. Maya's testimony could change that, but, like, Mitch is just answering the questions that don't matter. Well, Mizkif said that, and he said that Maya's give everything. That's not what's being asked right now. I don't know if Asmongold will hone in on this, but what we're asking is like, was there a plot to save Slick, potentially at the expense of it?
I think Destiny actually missed this. Asmongold did ask directly what the intent was behind this conversation. But I think during all the screaming and the fact that Asmongold probably questioned Mitch with a few too many big words, I think it got lost in the sauce. Anyway, I'm going to grab some water and then we'll keep going, guys. All right, let's keep going.
Adriana? That's the question. Not like, does Maya have a good reputation and a nice voice? That's not what the fuck is being asked right now.
Yep, it would be easier for her to talk about what exactly happened because Maya is a
Why are you clarifying?
Okay,
but I'm clarifying.
Did he ask? Did he ask?
Guys, okay, can I be the voice of reason? I'm trying to be the voice of reason. Can I be honest in saying that if Maya being I think a victim of this in the past or whatever the fuck, right? That her being on your side and you sending her is a incredibly big conflict of interest. And if you care about, let's say, victim stories or whatever, the fact that it could possibly alter it in your way is like a bad thing. Like, I don't know, like if you care really about this shit, right? To the extent that you guys say that you cared, is the truth is the only thing that matters, that's most important. And if you had a possible impact on a story that ended up being altered, that's a bad thing. Like
I would never want that to happen.
And that's what I was asking about.
I would never want that.
I want to make sure that, like, can we just real quick, like, the reason why I asked the question was if Miz was trying to direct Maya to convince Adriana to alter the story. That was my whole question.
Why are you playing lawyer? The intent of getting them together and sending them over because she's a trusted figure that can be related is the intent to change the story. You don't inquire about something.
No, it's not.
Then why not just send Mitch and Barry? Send Mitch and Barry to relay it to you. I'm confused. Why do you need someone that's trusted and can relate to her story as a victim herself?
Because we wanted to hear the story. That's just it. We wanted to hear the full-on story of what happened.
You don't think that's a conflict of interest? The day she wanted to post it, you sent it there, and then they posted a revised version?
I did not know there was a revised version or any of that shit. I sent Maya and Mitch over, and that's all we know. And now we're just doing he said, she said. We're not. You have no factual data with all this.
I do.
sent Maya and Mitch over.
What Mitch and Barry just said is factual data. The problem is you and Asmongold are arguing semantics. Do you understand? You're both arguing semantics.
No. I really actually don't think that it's semantics at all. Because I do think that it's very easy that you could have assumed that Maya would have acted on her own because she had a vested interest.
I think what Miz was doing was just like holding the hand of the situation and like trying to guide it in a way that, like, you know, obviously Slick doesn't get fucked, which we were all trying to do. But Miz was like, you know, Miz was like, Maya, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know how you are, you know how.
Every time Mitch, I'm so biased. I'm sorry. Every time Mitch talks, it's just say nothing. That's not the question.
How people perceive you, blah blah blah. Like, it's like, that's just.
No, he is saying something, actually. He's saying it in exactly the way you would expect him to say it, Destiny. Actually, since he is trying to make sure everyone is happy, he actually is condemning Mizkif right now, but he's condemning him in a way that makes him seem more friendly to Mizkif's side because he's playing on his emotions, and he's actually getting Mizkif to actually agree to that's what he did, because when he gets him to the emotional side of where he feels comfortable, he does say, I was looking out for Slick the entire time. I was trying to do this, but he's not going to just directly admit to trying to alter a sexual assault story for the benefit of his best friend. He's not going to say that.
Common knowledge, like Maya knew that herself, but Miz was just like trying to, like, you know, make her have the confidence to be like, you know, whatever the fuck, like, you know what I mean? And that's just how the situation went. And it, like, I don't know. And like the fact that, like,
he's glossing over like the most important,
I don't know,
like, intentional parts.
Fucking fucked.
Well, at least you apologized to her and cleared it up with her, which I'm sure you're happy now because you're everything that
I told you I'm cool with Adriana.
Yeah,
like,
go back. Replay the last 30 seconds. Well, I know he's saying to, like, make sure that, like, Slick doesn't get fucked, but, like, he's saying it in such a non-committal way. Because, like, again, it's not necessarily bad to go over there to figure out what the story is. The question is whether or not people are going over there to, like, to steamroll or, like, railroad or change Adriana's story. Like, that's like the real thing that needs to be dug into. Not, like, kind of talking about, like, well, we just wanted to make sure that everybody was playing to their strengths and keeping Slick and safe and like they need to, like, but I don't know if we're ever gonna get there. It feels like nobody wants to dig into that a lot over what, like, the actual motivations, the intentions were to send people there.
We're fine.
And we talked about that. You went and cleared that up, and I'm happy you did. But it's like this stuff, what you just said.
What I don't know is, here's the thing. I don't actually trust Adriana in a way where she wouldn't just choose clout. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand?
Yeah,
like,
but
it's
she like 3 other.
I don't know why that was said, but okay. Jeez.
No, like what?
3 other
her
people.
choosing clout is literally doing what she did, not saying a fucking word out of fear.
It's also like it's 3 other people.
Right,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. I don't know what I wasn't there that night. Slick denies it, and like I don't know what the fuck happened that night. That's the problem. You know what I mean? If I did, then I would obviously, bro. If she came to me and was like, he actually like, like really fucking like did something nasty, then I'm not going to defend him. You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
and I wouldn't either. If she told. If she told
but
me
the problem
that,
is she tiptoes around everything that we do because she